Hello again, dear friends. We're very glad to see you on the Top Football channel. Today we have a classic but always relevant topic. Top 5 one-season wonders. Before we start, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like our new video. By the way guys, write in the comments below which player first comes to your mind when somebody mentions those lads who are remembered for only one successful season. Now, let's get started. No such list is complete without ex-Swansea forward Michu. In the summer of 2012, a still little-known Spaniard moved to the Swans for only £2 million. In his debut season in England, the striker scored 22 goals and made 5 assists in 43 games in all tournaments and even won the League Cup with his team. But then Michu's success was ruined by frequent injuries. The forward began to appear less often on the pitch and score even less. So 3 years later, Swansea were forced to give him on loan to Napoli. Things didn't get any better there. Due to the continuing flow of injuries, the guy made only 3 appearances and could not persuade the Neapolitans to sign a full-fledged deal. For the next 2 seasons, Michu performed in little-known Spanish clubs and soon he had to end his career at the age of 31. What a sad ending. In the English Premier League, there are plenty of examples of a footballer tearing everyone apart during one season and then losing his form and no longer playing at the same level. Exactly the same thing happened with former Blackburn Rovers striker Roque Santa Cruz. The Paraguayan was the brightest football representative of his homeland, and he came to the Premier League in the respectful status of the winner of the Champions League with Bayern Munich. Naturally, Blackburn expected a lot from the newcomer, but the first season for Santa Cruz with the new team was even better than imagined. During the 2007-2008 campaign, Rocky took part in 43 matches, scoring 23 goals and delivering 8 assists. His performances seemed outstanding, because the forward played for a team that, well, with all due respect, was not considered the top one in its league. Santa Cruz felt that he would not be able to win trophies with the Riversiders and therefore decided to sign a contract with Manchester City. With the arrival of the rich sheikhs, the citizens, as they say, grabbed everything that was glittering. But in the case of Rocky, Man City's affair turned out to be very unsuccessful, as he fizzled out in the new team, contributing only 4 goals in 24 appearances in 2 seasons. After this failure at Man City, Santa Cruz left for Spain, and then everything went downhill. Consequently, the striker was remembered for one and only one good season. Well, everyone knows about the eternally promising Renato Sanchez. First of all, this talented Portuguese midfielder is associated with the 2016 European Championship, where the boy showed an amazingly mature and high-quality style of play at the age of just 18. At club level, Renato was just as great and shone in Benfica in the 2015-16 campaign, before going to the Euro. Without netting a ton of goals but demonstrating a very qualitative and technical performance, Sanchez became the main think tank of the team, and gave a reason to talk about himself as an incredibly gifted professional. Combining a successful season at the club, adding the victory at the Euro, and the status of the best young player of the tournament, here he has it. The 2016 Golden Boy Award. A bit later, the midfielder was expected to move to Bayern Munich for £35 million. It would seem it was a dream come true, but that wasn't the case. Renato was unable to adapt to the style of German football, although the club even allocated several seasons for him to find his perfect position, as the Bayern coaching staff were looking for various options of using Sanchez on the pitch. Nothing helped, and then a loan to Swansea followed in the guy's career. There he also didn't show anything noticeable. There was a feeling that the fallen glory was putting too much pressure on the Portuguese and that his best days were already behind him. However, Renato's example is not completely hopeless. In the summer of 2019, French Lille picked him up once again. In general, Sanchez is only 23 years old, and this means that he still has a chance to return to the lost attention of the public and make sure that the season in Benfica was not the last good one in his career. Friends, can you remember the times when the Bundesliga was not won by either Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund? Maybe you even remember what kind of team it was. Well, if you don't, then we are talking about the 2008-2009 edition of Wolfsburg. So the main star of that team was considered to be the Brazilian forward known as Grafite. 31 matches, 36 goals and 9 assists. This was the result of this striker wearing a green and white shirt in the championship season. Grafite brought gold to Wolfsburg and won the Bundesliga Golden Boot. The decision to stay at the club for a few more years was quite apparent, but in the future, he could no longer surpass his own records. In the summer of 2011, the forward decided to look for new challenges, and for some reason, chose a transfer to the Emirati Al Ahly instead of staying in Europe. Obviously, in the new league, it was too easy for Grafite to adapt, and he began to score an unrealistic amount once again. But it was not that interesting to follow his success in the UAE. But for the triumph in the Bundesliga, Wolfsburg rightfully proclaimed Grafite as a legend. The story of Asamoah Gyan is somewhat reminiscent of our story about Grafite. Premier League fans found out who this Ghanaian striker is in the 2009-10 run, during which Gyan scored 10 goals and contributed 5 assists in 31 appearances for Sunderland. Not an overwhelming achievement, though, is it? Although Asamoah immediately considered himself a ready stellar player and was starstruck too early. The following season, he didn't score a single goal and generally disappeared from the radar. Since the 2011-12 season, his career has taken an odd direction. First, Gyan went to the Emirates, then to China, Turkey, India, and so on. The goal was simple: to play in much simpler championships, to feel superiority over mediocre opponents, and, of course, to make a lot of money. Enjoying his earnings, the Ghanaian bought an estate for $3 million and acquired a golden Rolls-Royce, which he often bragged about to the public. By 2017, Gyan's fortune even pushed him to create his own airline, named Babyjet Airlines. But already in 2019, the footballer admitted that he had spent all of his savings and was left with £600 in his account. Inflated conceit after one successful season turned out to be a cruel joke aimed at this guy. Friends, thank you for watching our new release. Subscribe to the channel and see you in our new videos. Bye bye!